Happy Saturday, everybody. Just having some deep thoughts and trying to get perspective. I have perspective. I think I'm just reflecting more. I have a YouTube channel. I have this Facebook page, and I know that I always get pointers from. I have a TikTok too. Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube always send me pointers on ways to make more of a presence. And one of it is it's just like generate content, generate content, generate content. I don't generate content regularly because I don't feel like there needs to be content generated if it's just made up to have content. I want to have something to say and I want it to be relevant. I think if it's too noisy, no one hears anything anymore. But I do know this. I have been following some pages and just watching women and men have this body image problem that is just, it's saddening and it's maddening. I know that, I spent years being skinny, right? Those who went to high school with me know I was just a super skinny person, right? So I was skinny when I had my kids. I was skinny when I got married. I was skinny through my divorce with my first husband. And then, you find yourself in relationships where you're with someone and you've gained a little weight and they don't like it because you weigh more than 135. Give me a break. I'm 5 foot, almost 5'6". So now you're fat. You can't win. And so I got skinny again, but I got so skinny, even a zero was big on me. I ended up with anorexia. Made me really sick and bruised my heart, caused some muscle damage that I didn't realize it had caused until I had to go into therapy and have some things worked out on my muscles. So I got put on a special diet, of course, which was avocados, good vegetable fats, real butter, heavy cream, things to put body mass back on. So the reason I was thin when I was younger is we were poor. We didn't have much food. We ate very little. There were 7 of us eating a very meager amount of food. I don't know, those of you remember the government food boxes where you got a can of potted meat and you got a block of cheese. You didn't get bread. You hoped you had food stamps for that, not always qualifying for it, but sometimes when you did, you would go and you'd use that to buy your bread and your milk. Got the big box of powdered milk. Can't do that to this day. Don't even try. No matter what you try, it doesn't work. You always got rice and beans and peanut butter. I can't do peanut butter anymore either. It's just, if I have to, I'll do it if it's needed, but otherwise, no. So, our family's genetics weren't skinny like people expect you to be sometimes. So I think we put too much pressure on ourselves. You got to be healthy. And so the content I post, if it's not going to benefit as far as a health and wellness option, a way to grow your own food, I do believe in sustainability. I believe in getting as much organic food as you possibly can. It's doable. It is affordable. You can buy romaine lettuce and get 3 packs, the 3-pack, and cut it in half or 2/3. Make a salad with your lettuce. Stick that thing in a pot of dirt with some good topsoil and a little fertilizer, natural fertilizer. But you'll regrow lettuce right up from the middle, and then you've got 3 stalks of lettuce, so you can cut enough to make a salad, especially if you live by yourself or with one other person. So here's the key. Focus on health, not being a certain weight. If a person expects that of you, just walk away. Find a new friend. Find a new relative if you have to. Love them from afar. Nothing wrong with that, okay? No expectation on the size. And I'm not promoting being sick and heavy or sick and skinny. I'm saying to be healthy, okay? Are you eating well? Are you getting the right pH balance in your system? Is your gut health good? Is your mind health good? Are you doing the things that feed through foods that feed your mind, your body, your soul, your health completely, right? So let's not focus on that. I'm also learning about color palettes. Some of these colors are my colors. So of course I just like these pajamas because I think they're cool and they're funky, but I'm learning about my color palette. So I'm going through pieces and purging my closet. Got rid of about 18 items that really, when I put them up against my skin, didn't look good on me. So, doing things that I will look good in and new ways to belt my clothes that I will feel good in instead of trying to create the illusion of being skinny. It's not going to happen. I'm not skinny. I'm not fat. I am healthy, a little curvy and healthy. So, and if no one likes that, that's okay. I'm good with that. There was a time it really bothered me and it hurt my feelings. Not anymore. I'm happy. I'm so happy. I have the space the way I like it. I love my colors. I love my environment. I love my friends. I love God. I love my church. I love peace. And I'm there. And I got that by just plugging into the right people. And that was actually through my church, but plugging into the right people that helped me understand that you can find that peace. And it's not up to the people around you to tell you what you should look like, what your appearance should look like, what's okay to wear and what's not okay to wear, what's a sin to wear and what's not a sin to wear. That's number one, they don't know. They think they do because somebody who's fencing up their group is telling them, but nah, you know what to wear. You know what looks good on you, and you know what doesn't offend you and your maker, right? Worry about that. Find your peace. It's worth it. And I love you. Be healthy, be strong, be kind, but be authentic. All right? Have a great Saturday, guys. Have a great weekend. See you later.